It's one of the most recognisable buildings in the world. Positioned on the water's edge and overlooking the famous harbour, Sydney Opera House is an iconic structure that is synonymous with Australia. Though it now appears to float effortlessly on the water, this landmark building took some extreme engineering and over a decade of construction works to become a reality.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Triadi Mulyana, and the name my partner is Dimas Amri Aryo Prambodo. We will presentation our segment. We want to go to Sydney Opera House. It is located in Australia. So, what document to bring? If we go to the Sydney Opera House, what we have to bring are important documents related to transportation and relations between countries, or important documents that we must bring if we go to the destination country according to the provisions of the destination country. Because the Sydney Opera House is located in Australia, so the document we have to carry are usually in the form passport, ID card, visa, exit permit, entry permit, fiscal, and health certificate. Passports are usually useful for identity documents for traveling between countries. ID card, if abroad, is useful as a means of self-identification where we come from. A visa is a proof of visitation that is given to residents of a country if they enter the territory of another country. That requires an entry permit. It can be a sticker or stamp on a passport. Exit permit and entry permit are evidence from local immigration that a person has entered or left the country concerned. Fiscal is the term for taxes that Indonesians pay when they are abroad. And finally, a health certificate is useful for a sign of someone's health who is declared healthy and does not carry a good infections or dangerous disease because there is currently a worldwide pandemic, namely COVID-19. So, all countries in the world require people from other countries to use health certificates. Can be a swab test or other virus detection test.
What to see and do. When I arrived in Australia, I will go to Sydney Opera House firstly. I will take a picture over there. Because Sydney Opera House has been considered one of the finest work of 20th century architecture, built by architect John Utzon. This building was built to resemble a large sailing ship. The view around Sydney Opera House is very beautiful and amazing. There's Sydney Harbour and Royal Botanic Garden. And if I have take a picture around Sydney Opera House, I will enter that building to see the carnival show and enjoying the amazing show from Australia. Sydney Opera House has been considered one of the most popular landmark in Australia. So secondly, I will go to the most popular place in Australia. It is Great Barrier Reef. Great Barrier Reef is paradise for divers and lovers of the underwater world. Great Barrier Reef is the largest coral reef formation located in the Coral Sea. So the formation of coral reef is like a barrier because this place was named Great Barrier Reef. It has thousands of coral reefs and hundreds of islands. So I was snorkeling and enjoy the most beautiful underwater view and coral reef in the world. So the thirdly, I will go to Ayers Rock. Ayers Rock is one of the largest monoliths in the world and has become the most beautiful place in Australia. This place is holy place for the Aborigine people. The view around this place is very beautiful. There are savanna fields around Ayers Rock and there are many wild animals like deer, and I want to enjoy the natural beauty of Australia. And also I want to see the famous animal in Australia. The animal is kangaroos.
And what gadgets to bring? The usual gadgets that we carry when we go abroad are the Sydney Opera House, including cell phones or laptops. These two items are important to bring because the cell phone is useful as a means of communication and a means of finding information. Even for photography, if the person wants to take a selfie at the Sydney Opera House building, which is Australia's icon, then the laptop is useful for doing work tasks if someone's goal is to go to the Sydney Opera House to do work. Even useful for storing large files from cell phone recordings that no longer fit on the cell phone.
So, what are the travel priorities? The travel priorities, in my opinion, is safety before and after. Safety before we go to our destination and safety after we go back from our destination. Because safety in traveling is number one. And secondly, the travel priority, in my opinion, is enjoy the trip. And if the prioritize place or travel, I will prioritize to enjoy the beautiful view and natural beauty of Australia.